Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Museum, where today we continue to pursue Hester and Humphrey Hellhole. And I mean, I think we know where they are. We just gotta make it there safely and bring them home. So, I mean, there's a lot of speculation. We know there's someone in these places. So we gotta pass this. This is our big problem right now. 3 ranks of survival skills necessary to even make sure that everybody's coming home from that. Or, oh wait, Hellhold is the one. Hold on a second. I'm remembering now. Hellhole Hold Up is the one that you can have an item to defeat. It turns out we don't want to go out there during autumn anyway, because that's nightmare season. All right, good to keep in mind. So yeah, we just got to get our supernatural expert. You know, we know who it is. We just got to keep working on that, and unfortunately, that's expensive business. It kind of feels like it's not really worth sending people out to discover other things, right? From this one, you can bring back some money. Wow, but okay, you need 3 levels of... How is this a functional staff XP point when you need 3 levels of survival skill to make sure you even come back? That's bananas. That's a bananas thing to even contemplate. Have we found... We found all the types of fish here. We have our Swim Reaper tank. We could, of course, get a better Reaper, because the quality of our Reaper is not awesome. And then we could maybe breed them and sell the extras. That would help us afford some stuff.
Dissatisfied with their poltergeist rooms, I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
You guys will breed in captivity, right? Oh, we'd have to massively increase the tank though. The tank would have to more than double in size to accommodate 3 Reapers at once. It's certainly not ideal. Alright, to the Afterlife Academy goes... Where are you? Zara, right? Alright, Zara's close.
Good luck to our team departing on
Our fish were inspected, our analysis rooms are considered to be poorly decorated, and Mudbury Primary were thrilled with their school's visit to the museum. They've left a great review, particularly calling out what a fun and delicious time they all had. What a strange sequence of words. I could set up some more tours. That would certainly help with the money. We have a reasonable set of things here. A lot of our stuff here is kind of low rating, but it's still probably worth setting up the tour. Let me grab a tour stand. It can be placed right here. Okay, so we for sure, like, do I want to include all of the... What happens if I do the tour and I just include the good shit? Well, it turns out to be a pretty short tour, actually. It's not even 4 stars, and the total buzz is really bad. Alright, what if we include everything? A tour of the entire collection has basically the same star rating. Sure. And then there's a donation thing right there, and... Okay.
in the gift shop. They might be too good.
So Zara's not going to hit 10 off of this. We're going to have to wait for one more trip.
It's important that spirits are immersed in their
Oh, what the hell. The exhibit sits majestically before your awestruck expedition team. No, it doesn't. It's an abstract exhibit. It's knowledge. Buff out the blemishes in your knowledge. Turns out that takes a couple of days. Fair enough. And I'm very reluctant to spend any money until we have Zara off on the next expedition at least. Which means we're just kind of sitting here waiting. Watching all of our exhibits be extremely fucking creepy. Well, except for this one. This tank is adorable.
Guests are thrilled with the price of the cafe. Should we be happy about that?
Yep, it's always 350 no matter how much plus quality we get. Alright, this should be the one, right? So Zara's down here, that's Timmy. We probably could have sent Zara on a cheaper
Wherever it is you're going.
exhibit, but why bother, right? The time it would have taken to find an appropriate one that would have given the XP that we want anyway, and, you know, just seems like a pain. So, we are planning to visit here. That's going to require the 3 hellhold, and then it would be best if we had 2 levels of strolling on one of those security guards, 3 levels of happy thoughts on somebody. That's a pretty annoying curse. Can we get to 2 levels of strolling on a security guard? Does anybody have 1 plus? Yeah, okay, we have a couple of people who are at 1 plus open slot. Does require your positive, your cash flow to be positive though. Again, probably something we can just wait out. Although it is taking longer than I would like.
Attention. Botany exhibits need water to maintain their ongoing existence. Thank you.
Okay, is our botanists real busy?
Guests are stuck in the museum. Someone should probably help them.
Given a tour, but just in the other room.
Please excuse the exhibit that requires restoration. I'm pretending it's not there.
I will say this, I don't like that I'm seeing Jasper set up for another tour. I feel like at the end of your tour you should check and see if there are like jobs that you need to do.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio.
All right, you
Ahoy
focus.
there, and welcome aboard the good ship Bickleworth, swashbuckling over the airwaves with minimal...
Alright, so as soon as this training is done, we can go.
and maximum panache on today's
Sorry,
show.
and also... Okay, and also we will need $25,000.
Steward 2 Point Radio towards water.
So yeah, again, probably we
and
just
good sound.
sit on our hands
Why
here.
don't you do something useful and listen to this next delightful tune?
Vandals. Port vandalizing.
Okay there,
We
buddy? Alright,
stopped
he's
them,
fine.
Obviously.
Alright. I saw a third person run into the training room and I was like, what is
Important that
going on over there?
in their poltergeist rooms, but that doesn't mean they are.
But fortunately, it was just a janitor. Alright, things are going remarkably well over in Spirit Town. It seems like the experts that we have assigned to the zone are keeping people from freaking out for the most part. Even though not all of the ghosts are as happy as they could be. Monthly profit, $180. Great. Alright, everybody's training is complete now. It's just a matter of the money being in the bank. And I mean, despite that month of weird income problems, I do feel like we're pulling it in pretty reliably. Although it's not always getting collected.
Do not worry about museum surveillance. There's a camera in here, and you don't hear me complaining.
All right. A little build up and then some. So let's see what we can do here. What is most effective? First of all, Zara. Zara is bringing everybody home. Your deal doesn't really matter. This could be Winston. And then we have Luca, and sadly, we are certainly not getting to 40 ranks here. So we're bringing back Industrial Age Spirit or Famous Possession. And we know that it is possible to get a bad version of a Famous Spirit now for some reason, despite the fact that that doesn't make sense. So I think I am just going to bring the survey scanner. We're going to accept that curses are just a part of the game, and we will we'll cure them.
Yes, just have to make do.
So for all of the difficulty surviving the node and everything, it's not a very long trip.
Dissatisfied with their poltergeist rooms. I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
And unfortunately, it does feel like we probably need some more survey scanners. Just one more thing to spend a little bit of money on.
Stolen exhibit has been retrieved from thieves. No one takes our stuff.
Except for the stuff that we leave right next to the entrances with no cameras on it. That stuff people take. And they get away with it too. So my assumption is that if these two nodes do indeed contain Hester and Humphrey, their buzz bonuses are probably going to involve the Famous Possession from the same node. So we're going to have to run both of these nodes a bunch of times, basically.
With a curse.
Okay, Winston and Clary both got cursed. We just got a random hellhole henchman. Not ideal. May drop food for staff. Why does that make you a pit? I guess the idea is that you've been stealing food from... I don't even want to know where.
Someone has been possessed by a ghost host. The more the messier.
Alright, I don't remember what it takes to get decursed, cash-wise. But it's probably more than we have. So let's let that number build up a little bit. It might be 5k. Decursing is 5k.
It's important that spirits are immersed in their poltergeist rooms, but that doesn't mean they are.
And then, I mean, you know, we're just waiting. Unfortunately, there's only one decursing node that I'm aware of, so we can't have two people working it at the same time. Yeah, we want to keep Winston in the rotation, and Luca, and just about anybody at this point. So we could throw up rank cheese, we could throw up a curse counter. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the survey scanner plan, though.
Stop feeling paranoid. Unless you're a thief, you can keep going.
Yeah, it's just a shame that
Please join me in saying farewell to the expedition.
the expeditions all cost money.
Never
So in a situation like this where we're having to wait between expeditions already, it doesn't make sense to keep sending people out on supplementary expeditions because you're just delaying your main expeditions. And that's a shame because sending people out is a significant. I enjoy it. I think it's fun to send people out on missions and see what they come back with. So, you two are just the frog sworn. Honestly, I think we can just leave that. It doesn't seem to have any real detrimental effects unless you have it's possible to have people who don't like being around Frogsworn, but we don't, I think, have any of that.
It's important that spirits are immersed in their poltergeist.
And it doesn't seem to make them unhappy, which is the most important thing. So I honestly can't tell if installing that extra tour helped or not. Alright, come on, famous spirits. Eve and Luca both caught a curse that time. Well, there you go. There's nothing quite like it. So we're gonna worry about dealing with that stuff later. We'll set up a room for that once we have our
An exhibit needs restoring.
once we have our actual spirits in check. So I'm not going to use it right away, but the second node down here is pretty much the same kind of thing, right? Yeah. The spectral rift is annoying. You send a security guard and 2 janitors on this one. Let's see if we can. Yep, I know I'm out of money. Alright, people are coming to examine the museum, which I think is probably very good news for us.
Where I help you, the listener, for my own personal amusement. This one is for
no,
Mindy
all people.
in Noblestead. Dear Nigel, I've planted 2 blooming buffoons in my garden, and both have gone all slimy. What could I do to stop them from dying? In a word, Mindy, move. That particular flower is known to thrive in jungles, rainforests, and other such tropical places. The crisp mornings and cardigan afternoons
criminals
of Noblestead
vandalized
may be a treat for you,
the-
Mindy, but they're killing your poor plants.
I don't know.
Hope that helps.
I am told they vandalized something, but it's not obvious to me what it was.
Safety. Do you feel safe?
Alright, I do think it probably behooves us to remove that other curse. Oh, it sent Eve. Eve is the cursed one. Okay, well, then I guess we're just waiting.
Announcement. Guest star.
Hey, surprise. There might be some small amount of waiting at this juncture.
Spirits are dissatisfied with their poltergeist rooms. I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
Still getting kind of a lot of interest, kind of a lot of lineups around our interactive events, but again, that's a problem you can only really resolve by spending a bunch of money. Oh right, it's Winston. Winston's the one who I should be training to have another level of boot. Yeah, you can be the one. So, one more survey scanner. Alright, this will put us over the top in terms of access to quality. And then, am I allowed to? Well, I just sent Winston off on a thing, didn't I?
Has low prices. It's the gift that keeps on gifting. Celebrities are here to
Okay, we will absolutely exhibit the olive in its customary place of pride.
Our conservation standards are being inspected.
All right, mostly inspections are going to be pretty good for us. We are well set up to receive a good grade and thus a large amount of money from inspections. All right, as soon as you're done training, we'll send you out to get decursed.
Spirit exhibits are in low spirits. Thieves have been prevented from escaping.
Yeah, that's right. So I had a brain fart there. I opened up the map and immediately forgot what I was doing. All right, Eve, you have an important thing to be doing.
First in their poltergeist rooms. But that doesn't
Eve desperately needs to go to the bathroom. I probably could have waited for that to happen before sending you out. Oops. Sorry about that. Alright, one more hellhole hangout. Tell me this is the last one we need. Okay, that's Hester. Co-leader of the Hellhole Gang, the worst bunch of rotters in this life or the next. Hester competes with her twin brother Humphrey to see who can be the most horrible. There are no winners. Increases peace decay of other spirits, effects negated when the other twin is present. Okay, but the question is, do they want to be together?
Security guard to empty donation stand. There's money in it for you.
Sorry, I want to go to my inventory. Wants the safe, wants a room big enough for 5 spirits. Okay, so no, does not require Hector to be in the same cell. Or Humphrey, rather. Yeah, Hester, okay. I guess I should if I'm going to give Waylon that training, we should do that, right? Sorry, I'm getting distracted so easily here. I can train Waylon, yes. But I don't have $750? No, that's true, I don't.
Are operating in this area. It's a bit tense, isn't it?
Alright. Okay, that'll help us
Dissatisfied.
defray some of the penalties.
Like with their poltergeist rooms. I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
Is there anybody that needs to be going to get decursed right now? Yes. Alright, let's get that taken care of.
Are departing now.
And then there's a new node. Is it also 25k? Well, whatever. We'll wait it out. It's not exactly 25k, but it may as well be. Okay, I was gonna say this donation stand should be no problem because it's right outside of an area where there is an active presence. You know what? This is not actually covered by camera. You might assume that it is, because it would be so easy to do it. It's right outside the camera room, but
Announcement. The museum has a new exhibit, but we don't know what it is yet.
yeah, I don't really know where to put this for best coverage. It's a shame that none of them point very far in a single direction. I mean, obviously this is pretty good, but it doesn't cover the most valuable pieces. That should be fine, right? Wiggy Silver Bottom left. Nothing in particular happened.
Dissatisfied with their poltergeist rooms? I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
Alright. So that's dealt with. We're saving up money here. The next thing to happen, obviously, is to build the big poltergeist room. But again, money is going to be our limiting factor here. All right, so that should be enough to get this rolling. So again, allows us to prevent them from robbing us. And then, unfortunately, yeah, not a lot of options here. We are going to need one more survey scanner than this, it looks like. All right, well, we'll get the exhibit quality
Unable to hold
safety when we need it a little bit more.
Honey, the heating's broke.
Okay, exhibits are in good condition. Fish were healthy. There's $7,500.
The Pumpatron 6000 heat pump instead. Simply strap yourself in and start pumping. The more you pump, the more you feel the burn. Double bonus.
All right, how much money are we looking at here? Like, if I want to build, I've not really got experience building a spirit room large enough for 5 spirits. I think we're probably going to end up building over this, like, ballroom area. But if we want to start a poltergeist room, like, let's say right here. Sure, put a door on it. That's going to be 3. So if we just add lines to it. It's a little awkward because you can't really, like, I can't adjust everything at the same time. Okay, so if we move the door to here, that gives us the ability to build out like this. And then is that enough space? That is more than enough space. All right. So we throw Hester in there. Nope, what just happened? It dropped Hester the second I got her over the wall. Okay, there we go. She is an industrial age spirit. And you wanted dark age. Ugh. I thought maybe we could actually resolve that problem. Although I guess we actually can maybe resolve that problem by bringing some people over and then making this a dark age room. I don't know. We may as well set your henchman in there with you. You want any fire... And you, at this point, just don't want me to put in a bookcase. Also, you would like your safe, please. Let's make that happen. Set that in a place where it's easy for the guests to watch interactions with that occur. And then it's a matter of decor. So some kind of fireplace. Don't put in a bookcase. Beds would probably be cool. We're gonna end up probably having a few folks here. I guess I don't need to put that right next to a fireplace. And that's already level 5. You know what? I'm just gonna let it go, actually.
You'll get so warm pumping it up, you won't even have to turn it on.
This is...
Guests are reminded that
The
we are
exhibit has been
monitoring the
stolen?
exhibits. You
I mean, it sure looks like the exhibit is still there. We haven't gotten a notification that thieves got away with it yet, which makes me feel like they're still in the museum somewhere. But I sure don't see... Yeah, I mean, I don't see... They must have gotten away already. But we just haven't gotten a notification yet.
thieves were caught before they could escape with an exhibit. That was a
Although,
close
we
one.
did just get a PA thing indicating that maybe they were caught. Somebody was trying to escape. The problem with those
Important that
PA
spirits
notices
are
is they're often, like,
altogether
comically
dangerous,
behind.
but that doesn't mean they are.
Okay, yeah, it got returned. Our security guards are on it, at least sort of. Another henchman.
Someone is stuck in the...
Wait, can I not improve? Can I not include Waylon here? Is Waylon's out of training? I thought for sure I was going to be able to... Shit. Well, I guess let's just throw a couple of y'all out here.
Attention, the expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye and good riddance.
Alright, we have the money to deal with a curse real quick. I sent out... Oh, okay. We're not going to deal with this curse real quick. We're going to just like kind of let this happen. Alright, so I'm thinking we're talking about at least 2 more expeditions, right? One to get the spirit, one to get the possession. And that's provided that we roll well and don't just pull another henchman, which I'd be pretty annoyed by.
It's important that spirits are immersed in their poltergeist rooms, but that doesn't mean they are.
Doesn't seem like we need to do any extra
Spirit exhibits are feeling unhappy.
anything here, I guess. We're just waiting. That's right. Winston counts as an assistant, not as... Okay.
Attention, thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
We don't have any... Well, we'll worry about it later. Alright, show me something good. Still getting Spectral Rifted. Okay, Humphrey is pristine. So... Alright, do you need the Hellhole chair? Yes. Hates sharing a room with an average quality spirit or lower. So yeah, we're all good. We just need to get you your chair. Wants an olden dummy, hates a bookcase. Olden dummy is a thing that we absolutely can make happen. It's a Dark Age item? Yeah. Alright. And I mean, do we just relaunch immediately? Yeah, I think for some reason, I think in my head, Waylon was just like a replacement for anybody, but no, he's a replacement specifically for the members of your party that are, the members of your staff that are already good at this one thing. I don't want to send Mandy out. We got to get Mandy fixed. You know, if I send Hannibal, we still have somebody at home who knows how to work a fire extinguisher. That'll be good enough, probably. Alright, we're out of survey scanners. Might just send an XP journal along. And then as soon as this is back, I didn't realize we have a curse left untreated that we do need to treat because it is kind of an annoying one, honestly. I would see everybody just shows up as being frog sworn. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. Just let time run, I suppose.
Expedition team leaving for thorough
Somebody had the traumatic XP
sometime.
curse. It is a curse, right? It's not like an injury or an illness. But, I don't know.
Spirits are dissatisfied with their poltergeist rooms.
Alright.
I'm sure they'll be reasonable.
Please show me that chair. Security guards are kicking ass. That we know already.
Spirit exhibits are in low spirits.
You know, the zone that I have all those extra paranormal professionals applied to does only cover this area, I think. Or maybe I ended up doing the whole bathroom area. Being targeted by jumbo marketing, I don't think I care about that. And we wait. And we wait. I suppose I could be doing something else with our time and money, considering that, you know, this is probably the one. This is probably the last one that we need to worry about. But in case this does not contain the chair, I want to be ready to send people back out to get that chair. Okay. We can do this the easy way or the silly way. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look so bad.
Someone.
Now that concerns for the Netherworld are finally starting to die down, I hope we can refocus and reprioritise. On digging deeper, we're already making plans to interview spirits from throughout the county's rich, regrettable history live on air. Well, not live. They'll be dead, but the show will be live. That was unfortunate.
You're supposed to say unlive. You gotta make wordplay out of it. And that, in fact, is a 5-star museum. That one felt easy. There was kind of like just an experience roadblock at the end, but overall, I did not think that was as challenging as many of the other 5 stars have been. The Netherworld has calmed down and stopped haunting your museum. While it's disappointing to lose an attraction of sorts, your place's supernatural strangeness is still undeniable. No kidding. Have you seen the fish? So, I think with that we are done with this museum. We've done some good work here. Obviously, there are lots of moves that we would make as we continued expanding, but I do think we are ready to just head back up to the museum map and find other stuff to do. Which means, if I'm not mistaken, there is a single one of the lower tiers that isn't 5 stars yet, and then there's this. So, I think, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and call it a little bit early this time, because, hey, you don't 5-star a museum every day, although I am literally hoping to 5-star a museum every day for the next, the next couple. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we return to the Space Museum, which I would have sworn we'd already completed, and we're going to figure out what that big thing in the tree is for. And we'll see you then.